So Hamilton, I watched 3 games, FSU, Toledo, and Purdue, 6'4", 220. Obviously, he is considered one of the better draft picks or draft prospects. One of the, I would say, 3 blue chippers in the draft. Maybe you can consider Evan Neal. I'll see, but it's him, Thibodeau, and Hutchinson. At the end of the show, I'll kind of give my synopsis if I think he's worth the third pick, because I was kind of on the train. Am I still? I don't know. About, yeah, if he's there at 3, take him. Like, no matter what, he's there. Don't trade down. Take him. Obviously, because that's considering if Hutchinson and Thibodeau were gone. Has it changed? Look at some of the film. We'll see. Was I as impressed as I thought I was going to be? We'll see. But I do have, like I said, 26 plays. So let's get into it. Let me minimize some stuff. Get Kyle Hamilton up. And again, with these guys, I'll do full blown stuff if they are drafted. I just, sometimes I'll do you'll pour 10 hours into Evan Neal and he's not drafted, and you're like, okay, well that sucks, So I gotta kind of spread myself out here a little bit. First play, again, FSU coming first, off coverage jam. He's gonna be right here. The first thing you notice is he definitely has, and I'm not even sure if it's this play, but he has elite athleticism. Like his ceiling is absurdly high. The way he moves for 6'4", you could tell he could jump. You could tell he has top-notch speed, top-notch acceleration, top-notch fluidity, flexibility. He has power to his hits. Like, he definitely has a lot of really, really good physical traits. So that's something you notice immediately. He runs like a gazelle. Like, he's definitely again, first play. Okay. And another thing about him too is that makes him so such a highly rated prospect is he plays everywhere. Strong, free, slot. I didn't see him in the box, and that's as much as that's what I thought I would. In terms of like him blitzing, him filling like immediate run gaps, I didn't see him that much. He's more of like a coverage unicorn. I think he can play in the box just because of his smarts and his physicality and his ability to stack guys and use his long arms. You can tell just looking at him, he's very long, so he can play in the box. But he's in coverage more than I thought he was. But still, number one receivers, tight ends, running backs, slot, high, shallow. Like he played everywhere. Both sides of the field, strength of the formation, nub sets. Like, he played it everywhere in 3 games. So with that being said, here he's in man coverage. One, does a good job staying square. You know how big of a stickler I am on being square. Is very, very patient with his feet. There are times where he's a little bit too patient with his feet, where he'll kind of depend on his athleticism. And if guys are to arm over him or club him, whatever, to get by him, it puts him a little bit behind. But overall, still a really good job here, staying square, anticipating, two-handed punch, completely shutting that route down. Like, obviously, it's not a great route. He did the receiver, tight end, whatever it is, just runs directly into him. And then here you can say, oh, well, he gets lost a little bit. He puts his eyes on the backfield, his hands are on him, and he sees the quarterback is getting wrapped up. So yeah, he loses him for a second. But again, it's a little bit different if his eyes were not on the backfield. You can see his eyes on the backfield right here, and he sees this whole action. So he gets a little bit distracted. He catches back up to him. So it's not a big deal. At first, I was like, oh, he needs to stay with him. But looking back at it, wasn't that big of a deal. So let me just organize some stuff again. I can minimize that. Okay, make it easier for myself. All right, next play. Hamilton, too aggressive angle. Okay. And again, with this stuff, you guys know I will be 1,000% honest. If I love a guy, before watching him, and then I watch his film and don't really like it as much, I'm not going to hide that. I am 1,000% honest with you guys. And that's why I preface everything I say by saying, I have to watch the film. I have to watch the film. I have to watch the film. So understand that, because, I trust myself. That's the one I want to go on. There's plenty of people who are smarter than me, but I don't agree with their opinions, but yeah. So watching this play, too aggressive angle. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is, they bust the run. He's right here. I'll show him pre-snap. You want to see him take a more conservative angle here. I get he trusts himself, but watch it right here. near hash. I meant to hit the play button, not the fast forward. So by the way, some stuff I was talking about the live streams. I'm going to see what I'm going to do with those. Every other week I'm going to do with Kyle. Again, I have to get the film done as well. But I think I'm really considering doing the live streams every week, and then one week being me solo, bringing you guys on to talk, and then next week doing Kyle. But it's just the problem is there that much to talk about, and is it worth talking about stupid topics? Not to be whatever, but some of the topics are going to be stupid. Let's be real. Taking away from this stuff, I don't know. But right here, again, in this situation, it's an aggressive angle. At this point, he needs to get over the top of this and do his best to make him cut inside, to make him hesitate, so guys can pursue from the backside. But him trying to go through this when they're about even, go through this block and make the tackle, way too aggressive here. He lets up a touchdown, and obviously it's not necessarily just on him, because there's plenty that happens before this point, but he needs to get over the top here. There's no way he's going to get through that block and make that tackle. Cannot do that. So that's a pretty big knock right there on this play. You can't have that. And I know the blocker turns to him last second, but even if he wasn't looking, is he really gonna be able to shoot under that? So needs to get over the top. Just play conservatively. You can't be Superman every play. Running back runs for like an 80-yard touchdown, whatever it was. Interception. Okay. He's right here on the hash. Let's watch. They're showing man. Is it man? It is. Okay. This view, I guess, is just show the pick. You can tell the athleticism there. Like he sometimes he doesn't look like he's trying. And he's just more athletically gifted than pretty much everybody he plays. But he's on man number 3 right here. Again, knows he has some help inside, so he's being a little bit conservative in terms of playing outside in and kind of opening up a little bit, because he knows he has some help here. So I'm okay with how he's playing that inside stem, but he still stays over the top of it at 10-ish yards, 15 yards, whatever this is right now. Is able to get hands on, get eyes back to the quarterback, kind of feel the route out. Again, over the top, hands on at the quarterback. Pretty much best position you'd be in. Now the receiver breaks out on a scramble drill. I'm not sure what the route was. A design that he was supposed to run upfield at that, look back and then run a corner. I don't think so. Maybe it could have been just super delayed and he was like the third read. Nonetheless, Hamilton gets hands on right there, eyes back to the quarterback. He breaks free for a second, clears that ground, and Hamilton is able to obviously just re-accelerate, stay to that near hip. Good job closing ground while eyes are on, not back to the quarterback. Again, you don't want to lose the receiver. So good job. And again, I think he could legitimately switch to corner. Like with some of the traits he has, he could be a massive outside corner. Like he's not just a safety who could play some like corner. He could legitimately play man on receivers. Like he is that talented. Again, more of a coverage unicorn than I thought he would be, instead of down low and high. But he can play pretty much every coverage role. And down low, I think he can do that. But from what I watched, it was more coverage stuff. So again, good job sticking with it. You'll see him kind of right here. It's a point where he gets over the top. Again, eyes on, hands on, breaks outside, eyes on to match, and then is able to undercut it. As he's undercutting it, get his eyes back to where the ball is, find the ball, get the hand on right there. I like that little hand, just to as like a last measure. Push him out of the way. You become a receiver, catch it, INT. All right. Range INT. This is a good show of range. And I put this up on Twitter. Again, you gotta fish a little bit on Twitter. The quarterback holds the ball for a really long time here, and the ball is lollipopped. So it's not like it's a seed that he picks off, but we'll see. Right here, far hash. And again, in college, the hashes are even wider, so it's even more impressive when you go hash the sideline. But in general, just watch him right here. Obviously, starts the play, far hash, picks the ball off, opposite sideline. It's a good play. Now, at the hesitation, the rollout, the throw that takes 12 seconds to get there, it all helps. You could see just if you just watch just the athleticism here, let's just note the athleticism, which looks like they're they might have been playing a three, and he just matched, and then he jumped up, on the quarterback, whatever it may be. You see Hamilton obviously get into what seems like a deep third. Eyes on the quarterback, sees him rolling out. So the quarterback's rolling out. He's going to start to move out to that side as well, because he's not going to throw across his body across the field. Some quarterbacks do that. This guy's most likely not. And initially he pumps I guess it's a wheel, but he doesn't continue to run it. So he almost adjusts his route. It looks like a little bit odd. He goes to pass it off to nobody. Again, I think this flat defender expected the deep third to be there, and he's just not, because the deep third expected the flat to match. And then you can see he goes to pass it off. So it's just miscommunication there. Hamilton makes up ground to kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Negate that screw up by these guys. You can see how just lanky and how fast he's running right there. He moves very, very well. Catch, foot in bounds, pick. Good job just following the play, getting in position to cut that off. The ball was hung up there for a little bit, let's be honest, though. Hamilton's speed play ball. He's right here. I believe in this play is the man covered on the running back. Yeah. And some plays, like it depends on how much you watch, to be honest. Hopefully at this point you're watching a lot, and hopefully it's with me. But you could tell freaky athleticism. This is pretty freaky athleticism. Like he's definitely a good mover. And it doesn't look like he's going full tilt right there. Like he just moves very, very fluidly, and they are running, they're running a fake zone split. And then obviously the split, he almost runs like a slide route, or he runs like a slide route and goes into the flat. So there's a lot of traffic here that he initially gets distracted by, just a tad. But he doesn't completely fall for it, matches the slide route, and you're going to see him, obviously now he's out leveraged, but you're going to see him just kick into high gear, get on him, get on that upfield hip, gets on the upfield hip. And you can see his length comes into effect, where he almost overran him. And now it's almost opposite. Typically when you're trailing like this, or when you're trailing like this, typically you'd see left hand wrap right through, pull through. And here he almost overruns it so much where he has to adjust, and now he's in front of him. Right hand wrap, left arm stab, stabs, and he doesn't hit the ball. He doesn't hit the ball here because it looks like it hits the receiver's like wrist or / hip. But he still would have. I think he would have got a pass deflection if it goes to the hands, and regardless, he was there. So let's just watch the kind of the athleticism here taking effect. And again, good job playing that ball. The ball's behind, so he doesn't have a true chance to actually get like the PD. I don't think, but he would have. Hamilton man coverage. He's in covered right here. The point. They go stack. Again, running backs, receivers, big receivers, small receivers, tight ends, it doesn't matter. He's going to be able to play man coverage, which is awesome. Now there are some things he needs to work on in coverage for sure, which we'll talk about a little bit. But in terms of his physical capability, he is definitely able to. Again, receiver stems at him with some short strides, not a ton. This is a lot of wasted head movement, but nonetheless. Hamilton, don't necessarily love that he drops back drops back. We've talked about this a lot, but stays square.